Hi there. In this video I'm going to show you how to replace the ear pads, ear sponges, whatever you want to call them, on a Jabra USB headset and the exact model HSC016. So let's get to it. As you can see, this has failed quite miserably. None of the original fake leather remained. It's only the sponge itself that somehow survived, and apart from being yellowish, it's still in good shape. So what I did, bought some cheap sponges. So this is basically how they look like. They are 60 millimeters or 6 centimeters in diameter. They are honestly cheap, no name. This is just a rebranding, but hey, doesn't really matter. They also gave me a few thingies when I actually bought it, so if you want to use this, feel free to use it. I'm not going to use it. It's obviously only valid for this website in Romania. So there's that. This to clean, cleaning wipe, not going to be used, at least not at the moment. And this tool, if you need it to replace your sponge, I think I'm going to keep it and use it in other of my projects. I don't need it for this. So I already did partially one side, but I'm going to explain something. So this is 60 millimeter. As we are looking at this, you see, it's a bit bigger, not a lot, maybe 2 millimeters or something like that in diameter, bigger than the old one. Well, initially I bought the 55 millimeter variant, which is this. Luckily, I had these headphones that didn't have a sponge anymore to use it on because they were not fitting on this. So 55 millimeters too small, 60 millimeters a bit too big. That's nice, isn't it? Anyway, so let me try and show you the difference between this. So it is about half a centimeter, more or less, give or take. So these are actually somewhere between 55 and 60, but I think the 60 will still do a good job. This video will be linked in the description. These are Sennheiser's PC3 headphones, and now they are also good to go. They sucked without having pads on them. They were just useless. Now they are back in working order. And those are not USB. They have the standard 2 connectors, and I bought an adapter to have it with 4 pins for more modern laptops with a single connector for headphones. There's that. Anyway, so on this side I actually left this in place, and you simply push it in here. You can see you are putting the edge in that channel, and you are going all around and putting the edge in the channel. Yes, it will tend to come out. It will take a bit of time to force it in the channel all around, and you need to honestly kind of pull on it. Maybe you can do it with the provided tool, but I'm afraid it will just cut through it. It's a bit sharp, even that plastic. So I do it mostly with my hand and just go all around and put it in the channel. It will look something like this. Quite decent. It's going right there next to the middle of this, so it's exactly what it should be. But they seem to be just a bit too thick if I'm keeping this inside. So for this side I'm going to attempt to remove it, but without destroying it. So as you can see, I'm just putting my finger and pulling on it. So in theory, we will take it apart and only some, just a tiny bit of the sponge will remain on the glue. So this is not destroyed. In case I don't like how it looks like without this, when I install the pad without the sponge, I can re-glue this sponge in here and do it exactly as we have it on this side. But I need to decide which variant actually works best for this particular headphone model. And I think I'm actually starting to also remove the glue. Yeah, something like that. Doesn't really matter if the glue comes out or not, as long as your sponge is in working order. If we will end up using it again, because we do not know that at the moment. Yes, we could potentially remove also all of this glue. I don't know if we need to. I don't think it matters at this point, honestly. So now start from the top, because that's the hardest area for you to get into because of this in close proximity. Keep your fingers in there, so you will not allow it. You are putting one end in and maybe the other one is coming out. So keep your fingers where you started and just continue to go all around. Again, it's not gonna be extremely easy, but neither it will be that hard, because this, again, these pads are a bit bigger than they should be, and they are in, and they are wobbly. They are a bit wobbly, so they are in the end a bit smaller, but they are a bit wobbly. They are still centering on that middle part that is smaller, so they are centering there, but they are just moving a tiny bit, as opposed to this one, which is, yep, in place. So I might be just putting this thing back and putting this on top of it like we have it on this side. Not sure yet. I will use them today and see which version I prefer, this side or this side, and then get back to you. Next day, yes, both of them are big, because I put back that sponge that I just ripped off. It just felt better with the sponge in, so that's what I went with. And now it's all done, looking well, working well. Hopefully will last for a good while, but that remains to be seen, because again, China special, who knows what they are made of. Maybe I'll grow another pair of ears from them, but anyway, better than those yellowish worn out old sponges, which who knows also what they were made of. And that's about it for this video. So if you want, leave the yellow sponges and put the new pads on top. If not, take them out and put the new pads. Ideally, you would want something between 55 millimeters and 60 millimeters, but at least I couldn't get any. You might be getting them directly for this particular model from somewhere, but they might be really expensive. These were under 10, between $5 and $10 somewhere. So yeah, good enough for this. And there's that. Hope this video helps you, in which case please give it a like, check out my other videos, I cannot even talk, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye.